say a week is a long time in, well, politics, wherever you are in the world, but is it also quite a short time if it's a matter of days? Over here in the United Kingdom, as one can imagine, all eyes are on the former Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, some dubbing her, in fact, Cruella Braverman. And then, of course, she decided to launch that stinging attack on the British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Rishi Sunak, and publishing her letter in print, in public. I don't know about you, I've often found this really strange. You know, your resignation letter then finds its way into the public domain within minutes. I mean, I have to say, where is the decorum? Why does everything suddenly have to be public? Of course, we live in a very transparent world, don't we? Social media has ensured that. But is it truly now the end of the former Home Secretary? Apparently not, as ever. Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here at the very heart of London. As you can see behind me, the Houses of Parliament is where all the action is. And undertaking today was Prime Minister's questions. And it's interesting, really, because there you have virtually a room full of people all willing you to, well, fail. But that is the name of the game in politics. I've interviewed many politicians and former British Prime Ministers, along with US heads as well, over the years. And it's only one way out: the exit door. You know, as Margaret Thatcher famously said, you know, they welcome you in, but then you tend to leave under a cloud. Even she found after 3 terms that it exactly wasn't the way that she wished to go. Who could forget, of course, the very tearful Theresa May basically breaking down at the podium outside Number 10. No, of course, not for the same former Home Secretary, Suella Braverman. You see, what's interesting with Suella is she's always been rather outspoken, and many people suggest really in tune with exactly what the British public want. Now, whether you agree with her politics or you're not, you certainly knew who she was and where she stood. But what happens now? Well, of course, there's a ubiquitous book that could follow, detailing her time, of course, in a very high-profile role, and more importantly, as a high-octane sort of period in government over here in the United Kingdom. But the fun side is this: as we've now seen, so many politicians and former politicians and would-be politicians want to move into the world of media. You have many clogging up the airwaves, all pretending to be TV presenters. Some even venture out into the jungle with mediocre success. But Suella has been offered a mega deal. That's right, let me tell you, she's been offered the chance to be Cruella, quite literally in this year's pantomimes, for a mega deal, a virtual name-your-price deal. And don't worry, she doesn't have to appear on stage nightly. It's a pre-recorded segment that will be printed in the mirror section of the pantomime. That's where they magically appear in the Man in the Mirror section. Think Michael Jackson. But on a serious note, this could be a bit of a money spinner for her, and more importantly, make her seem, well, more in tune with the rest of the British public. And she knows better than anyone all about being hissed and booed and disliked. So a room full of people at a theatre at Christmas time, possibly not necessarily agreeing with her, will bring in big box office for said pantomime companies. They're all vying to see if she's even at all interested. But more importantly, with now time on her hands, will the Home Secretary actually say yes to suddenly becoming not Suella, but Cruella Braverman? I'll keep you posted. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.